penis. Let me put myself on push to talk so I can work on leather at the same time. Fuck you.
Proves the point, bro.
It's a campaign spoiler, Tyler.
What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt
That's the
me.
song. I'm just gonna.
No more.
No more.
What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
No more. What is life?
That's not the lyrics.
What is life?
Yes. Oh, no.
Not the lyrics. Alright. Let's take a look at that.
Just a couple of things.
Nice.
Okay, I think we're just about ready. I think we're just about ready for 5 Nights at Freddy's.
Wow.
That's not what I signed up for.
I'm ready to be paid minimum wage. Well, it's
Let's
not
go.
minimum, but
The world.
Are you ready for exotic butters?
yo, Daniel, can't hear you.
You're really low.
He's still in the muted abyss.
Oh.
The bear. There he is.
Oh my. Michael's crashing.
Exotic butters.
Exotic butters. Exotic butters.
Anyways.
Okay. Claire, I believe I am ready when y'all are.
I think we're ready.
Let's do this.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
We don't need him. He's useless to this campaign.
He's a dragonborn now.
He's
He's-
useless to this campaign.
he's pinsas.
Truly useless.
As admitted by Michael, this is all about Hoss. Because it's all about you, Hoss, on your 16th
All about
birthday.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's all about you, girl.
On your 16th.
Ooh.
God, this is so fun. This is so
It's all
fun.
about Pearl.
Hey, David. At least I told you that tidbit of knowledge, so you know no
Yeah,
matter
you
what
did.
these normal people, no
Yeah,
matter what these
yeah.
normal people say, they can't take that away from you.
You cannot take that away from me. I know exactly what this is.
Ben is just like
I know the truth.
Ben
I know the
David,
truth.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
No way.
Well, I mean, look, the problem is, Austin predicted the end of the campaign, so, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
King eats the sun and
Bru-
drinks
wait.
the sky, and we all
Wait,
know
what did he
it's
say?
when
Wait, what-
he
what-
dies.
Wait, what? Did he do that when you guys during lunch?
Yeah, Austin predicted that Bruise is gonna eat the sun and drink the sky, and then,
Oh.
and Vico's gonna go with him when he dies, and I was like,
Yeah,
yep,
just
that's it,
like,
you figured it out.
Just like
I love
Warlord
it.
Chang.
I love it.
I thought you seriously predicted. I was like, wait, the fuck?
Bruise becomes a god of destruction, and Vico becomes his angel.
Actually, I did I secretly did look. Yeah, I definitely secretly went through all the backstories, and I found out Bruce is actually Uranus from the Greek legends. You see,
Wow.
Uranus in the Greek legends is one of is the creation of primordial chaos. And you see, what Uranus did in the Greek
We've
legends.
been
Anyway.
streaming for 4 minutes.
Oh,
Burnout.
oh, welcome back, hello!
Oh my god, I said it like
Don't worry,
20
you'll fix
times.
this in post, right? Right,
No.
Daniel?
No.
What?
Screw you all.
I mean, the only fixing he could do is cutting down the entire session and just be mythology talk.
Exactly.
I don't know that much about.
Yeah, you'll
mythology.
fix this in post, right, Daniel?
Michael, get started.
I'm literally pulling shit out my ass.
Hey, so,
We'll fix it in post.
where we last left off, Bruise, Nero, Vico, and Tadriel all had a sparring session, where they went at it, clanging of swords, beating of fists on flesh, and eventually Nero stood victorious after Tadriel unluckily tripped and bonked his head funny on a rock and died.
He has a real weakness to that.
While this was happening,
Gentlemen.
Erin was spectating. He decided to watch, and he noticed there was another spectator here. After using message to tell it hello, it got very scared and fell back from the dune, so he couldn't see him. He walks over, and that is where we left off. Erin, you are staring at a teal-scaled kobold with rags, with stitched-together rags for clothes. He's clutching a small book in his right hand, and he's breathing rather quickly, and he's just staring you in the eyes.
Could you remind me real quick, are kobolds considered slaves to Dragonborn, or are they just like the lowest social?
They're like the lowest social class, like right above slaves.
Okay.
Sis.
Hello there, little buddy. What are you doing out here?
He was on his back, like sort of half dug into the sand, and he starts to like sort of crawl backwards, just eyes locked with you.
I'm not going to hurt you. My name's Erin. Can you understand me?
He nods his head.
Okay, that's nice. Can you speak?
He says in common, he says, yes.
Okay.
Speaks like Rexy.
No.
Well, we're just, we're traveling the desert. My friends over there are doing a bit of sparring. We don't mean you any harm. You have no need to fear from us.
Yeah. Again, he slowly gets up, like onto his knees, and then stands up. He's about 3'5". And he says in perfect common, actually, he says, I heard the fighting. I just wanted to come see.
Okay. Where do you come from? If you don't mind me asking.
Nowhere specific. Sort of ran away, but I've got my own place.
Okay. Well, what's your name, if you don't mind me asking?
He thinks for a moment, and he like pats himself down, and he pulls out a little like a tiny notebook, and he opens it and reads something, and then he closes it again, and he says, "Son."
Son?
He's so cute.
Yeah. I know, right?
I hate him already.
Be interested in meeting my companions, or do you wish to stay apart?
He's conflicted.
So you heard the fighting and came over, right?
Yes.
Did you just want to see some cool people fighting, or were you trying to stop it?
I just wanted to watch.
Okay. Well, you're free to watch as much as you like. I was doing the same, so maybe we can both watch from up here. Oh, well, actually, it looks like they're done now. But, yeah.
Erin,
I
what's going on up
suppose-
there?
Oh, nothing much. Just a small, potential friend.
Potential friend.
Non-enemy. Out
No,
as of this moment.
Erin, do you realize? Well, I mean, you would know this, but the reason I'm saying, like, oh, he says this in perfect common is because kobolds speak Draconic. They generally do not know common at all.
Okay. So where
So-
did you to speak common like that? It's not typical for your kind.
I taught myself.
Wow. From overhearing people, I assume? Or
Sure.
okay.
What a spirit response. I don't like it.
As Erin's looking at him,
genuinely.
Erin, like, blinks, and the book that he's holding for a moment is like, this is what Erin's seeing, has like a bunch of different colored lights swirling around it, and then he blinks again, it's gone.
So do you know how to read common too?
Yes.
Is that what that book is in? Or
No.
no? Okay. Well, I have a book that is. I have plenty of books. Most of them aren't common, but I have one myself that is quite fancy, and I honestly can't read most of it.
I'm illiterate, you see. He just kind of like
Shit.
cocks his head at you.
Look,
That's
it's a piece
just,
of silver sword with paper.
Just a little relic I picked up in another language. I don't mean to say that I can't read a common book.
Are you teaching yourself too?
I'd say I'm trying. You see, I was a teacher at the college up in Serenia, or Serenia, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was a teacher at the college up in Titan in Serenia. I know a lot about history, but I dabble in other things, and one of my little side projects is, well, I guess I'd say it's one of my side projects, but honestly, I can't do much teaching while I'm down here in the desert, so most of my time has been spent studying this and helping out my friends.
What? I've read about Titan, but I've never been. What is it? What is it like? Is it as
Oh.
big as the book say?
It's wonderful. It's carved into the skeleton of a giant creature, long since dead. Its glisten with the ebony of bone. It's
Oh.
wonderful. It's my home. And I'd quite like to get back there, but we have some extenuating circumstances at the moment. How about you? Where is your home?
He like shifts uncomfortably.
It's alright if you don't want to tell me.
I don't think I can show you.
That's alright. Well, it looks like they might be heading back. Are you sure you don't want to meet them? They're very nice.
He like scoots up past you and he like peeks over the dune. What does he see?
As he sees,
Sees Tadriel, like
as he sees, he sees when Nero tries to help Bruise up, and Bruise fucking knocks her over.
Well, they may not be nice to each other, but I can assure that they'd be nice to
You dick!
Is he
Tadriel's
wrong?
He was making a sand castle.
Tadriel's like trying to stand back up, but like a little bit of blood is coming out of his ear.
Erin, roll persuasion.
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 Watch Michael set up this
Persuasion.
entire like thing, and then it just goes nowhere because
It goes nowhere. He leaves.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the fact Michael just made Spirit in an NPC.
Let's go. He's replacing Spirit with more NPCs then. How do you feel?
No, he has memories unlike Spirit.
Okay, you don't need to rub it in.
Damn.
Wow.
God being salty.
Yeah. So Spirit just dies.
I got a 16.
Spirit was
by the way.
dusted.
Right.
Yeah, Spirit destroys the sand castle and ends himself.
He like looks at you and then looks back at them and then looks up at you. And you're like, I guess it can't be too bad.
What's up, fucker?
Oh, that was a mistake.
That's his biggest
That was
That's
a
when
mistake.
and that was his first mistake.
Let me just go down and prepare them. We've had some bad encounters with some Dragonborn recently, so I just have to make sure that they know that you're not a threat.
Vico's just like, kill it with fire!
Okay.
So, Erin, the situation.
There is a small teal kobold up there who knows quite a bit of common. He seems very curious, and I asked him if he wanted to meet you all. He seems very friendly. And very clever. Far more clever than I'd expect from a kobold.
Sounds like racial profiling to me.
Suspicious.
So, just,
Dawn,
when I
is
bring
that-
him down
is that
here,
Spirit. Did he
when I
shrink?
bring him down here, don't kill him.
Why would we
But
kill him?
Spirit,
We're not
all right,
barbarians.
Why would we kill Spirit? Why did he get smaller, Aaron? What did you do?
You killed the goblin. Don't.
Okay, we had a reason for that.
What dream of it?
Okay.
Vico, you wouldn't kill Spirit, right? He got smaller and he's blue now.
I'm gonna walk a little bit back over and I'm gonna say, son, you can come down now.
Son!
When did Erin have a kid? Jeez.
No, Erin's just like, if
Aaron.
anyone looks at this.
Wait, Erin, you have a
right,
child?
Aaron, you're a
No,
dad.
Erin's just like, don't talk to me or my son ever again.
God,
Aaron, you're a
Wow,
dad. I didn't know.
Grats.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Not sure how it's spelled actually, but I'd assume it is not. I'd assume it's S-U-N son instead of S-O-N son.
He writes it down as S-O-N.
Either
So,
way,
like, can you be my dad?
that's just his name.
he peeks out from over the dune and slowly steps over and like
Vico waves at him.
inches his way down.
So everyone, this is Son.
Hello, son.
Hey, Spirit, I think could you watch my stuff
Good
while I
evening.
take a nap?
What?
No, I think Tadriel's just he just hit his head on a rock.
Yeah, he thinks Sun is the spirit.
Oh no.
Racial.
Spirit behind him with it playing in the sand. Just, what the fuck is he talking about?
Did your dad need help?
Get your dad down.
Beat your daddy count. No.
Oh no!
Shut.
Stop!
He's like he's like half trying, like he's like half hiding behind Erin, but also like looking at everything that everyone's holding, like very curiously. But he doesn't want to approach.
Do any of them still have their weapons out from?
I slowly put my axe like on my hoister.
Like oyster.
Hoister. I have a hoister. The world's my hoister.
Yeah. Tadriel's right ear is bleeding, and his right eye is like seriously bloodshot. It looks like trauma.
So, son, this is Nero, Bruise, Vico, and Tadriel.
Good evening.
He looks up at Bruise, who's literally 3 times his height.
And
Just
there's also a
gold.
Goliath.
I am.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you guys knew each other before.
I am very, very suspicious of this kobold.
Sus.
His eyes are squinting.
Spirit doesn't appreciate being left out of the introduction.
I get it.
Wait, is Spirit there?
He shot fire at you, Bruce,
Playing with
but
the
but
sand.
past that, you gotta live and let learn. You gotta be a peaceful guy, you know? It's good for you, probably. I don't know.
Wait, why did Spirit come along to the sparring match?
He is there. He's just building a sandcastle.
He had to be there to support his boy Bruce.
Okay.
He's building a sandcastle with the dry desert sand.
Yes, I include Spirit in the introduction.
I'm big disappointed in Bruce. He lost.
He also seems very curious about Spirit. But
Yes.
he
I think I might be seeing double. Spirit's over there.
Tadriel, I think you need to go lay down.
I think, can I have a pair?
We only have 3 pairs left.
You know
We
what?
can't grow anymore because
can't grow
someone
anymore
broke the
because of certain
staff.
Idiot.
Oh no, wait! I think I already put a lay on hands on you because I'm only down to 9.
Yeah, he healed you to wake you up.
Murderous.
Yeah, I did.
Oh shit. Tadriel uses his Asmar healing hands on his face.
Yeah, I think it's
Doesn't fix the brain damage.
Dane damage.
Those wounds only cut
Yeah.
so deep.
What about the Danes?
His whole like fucking arm, the symbol on his chest like glows right, like starts kind of pulsating and glowing, and his arm is starting to glow a lot too, and then his face just looks a lot more normal now.
I love how we have like a different like way that ASMR healing works. I cut my hand and bleed onto the person. Like,
I
Aren't you
burned them.
all different types of ASMR though?
well, yeah, we are, but it's like mine is like completely outlandish because it's just edgy.
Yeah, I burned them.
But doesn't that just describe Vico?
Yeah.
Completely outlandish
Vico?
because he's edgy.
I just
Edgy?
glow
Never.
really hard.
What? No. No, it's just it's Mark Wahlberg in The Happening. What? No.
That was a really good hit on the head. So, Erin, this I'm assuming this isn't your son. This is someone named
No.
Son.
Yes. The latter.
So, son,
Didn't intend for this fucking.
what you doing out here all by yourself this late at night?
Is it late at night? I thought it was like
Good
midnight.
morning.
Is it morning? No, it's not.
No, it was the end of the day.
It was the end of the day.
The sparring match was at the end of a day, so it's probably getting dark.
Oh, I thought it was already nighttime. My bad. So, anyways, my question still stands. Just we're out at night.
He said, I heard the metal clanging and I wanted to see what was happening.
Okay. Is there anybody else with you?
No, I live alone.
Hold on, I don't exactly trust you, so I'm gonna need to do something.
What?
I'm gonna pull out my wing. No, just let me fly around and do a spot check real quick. It couldn't hurt.
Go on.
Tadriel flies up.
Don't mind him.
I just want to make sure we're safe, guys. And Nero's like irritated.
He flies up.
Is there anybody else around us?
Roll perception.
Okay, let's do this. One of the few things that have proficiency.
Did you see anything? Man, I ain't found
So,
shit.
Michael, that is a 12.
It's a little bit foggy out, but as much as you can tell, there's no one else around.
Fly down. Okay. This doesn't seem to be anybody else around, so it seems, son, you are quite trustworthy, and I feel like we can trust you. So, thank you very much.
Okay.
We just have
Thanks.
to be a bit cautious, you see, because
Really is spirit. The fuck is
not
this?
many Dragonborn are very nice to us.
Last ones
That's
I
an
think,
understatement.
Stuff us into nets. They were not very nice.
Okay, so what have I missed?
Nothing.
Tadriel flew. He said that he lives alone and that he's by himself. And Tadriel flew up to confirm that, and then confirmed that, and flew back down.
Alrighty.
But he says, if I mean the teal Dragonborn probably wouldn't try and hurt you, although they probably would try to hurt me. But that's besides the point. You could probably go there and at least get some respite.
That's a very good idea.
He's using some big words, guys. He might be dangerous.
Where
He's an enemy
is
sand.
this tribe? Where is this tribe?
Probably like 2 days that way, and he points basically in the direction that y'all were going.
So like this way. Okay.
That's nice.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Convenient.
So, son, how dangerous is it living out here all by yourself?
I have a place. It's been pretty safe so far.
I know of a place where you never get harmed.
So why are you out here to begin with?
With magical charms.
Not like
Indoors.
Oh my god, guys.
So wait, what is Nero saying?
So why are you out here to begin with?
My, I guess, house isn't very far away from here. I could hear it.
But don't kobolds typically live with their tribe?
Just the person who knows nothing.
Oh yes. I don't exactly belong there anymore, but yes, you could say that. And I didn't really build this place. I kind of just found it.
So, son,
Okay.
what? Actually, no, never mind. Forget I said anything.
I'm gonna try to, Michael. Can I try to see it, a lot, try to perceive what I can about his physical appearance, little son, like what he's holding, like.
Yeah, you can roll. You can. Well, I mean, just by looking him up and down, he's wearing what appear to be like hand stitched together rags. Some of it looks like leather almost,
Okay.
like bookbinding leather. he's holding a book. He's got a couple of pockets in his little ragtag vest, if you will, that appear to be holding other items, but for the most part, he's short, he's got a book, and he's got rags.
Okay. I'm still going to see if I can try to perceive anything else about him, and whatever.
You can roll insight.
Let's do this. That's 2.
Yeah, there's nothing else that you can really pick up on. Tadriel isn't the best at picking up on social cues.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd like to see if I can see what his book is.
By what method? Are you gonna try and
I just kind of want to see if I can get a peek at the cover. See how old is it? What how thick is it?
I mean,
generally,
you can.
I just want to figure out what it if I can figure out what type of book it is generally.
Its actual appearance, it looks like a notebook. It appears to be a notebook. It looks kind of tattered, but it slightly worn, but it's not very thick. And if you want, you can, I guess, Erin, if he wants to, can roll Arcana as well.
Okay. Because I did see the lights flickering around it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a drop die. Grab that. Boink. Yikes, that's a 9.
There's a certain that there. It's on the tip of your tongue. You can't quite place it. It's you know it, but it's just out of reach.
What is that book exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
It's something I've been working on putting together. It's nothing important. It's a little personal.
Okay.
No. It was nice meeting you all. But I should probably go.
And he starts to back away slowly.
You can never leave.
Well,
Get out of here, pretender spirit.
Thank you for your information.
Thanks.
We'll be heading to the Teal Dragonborn tribe, I suppose. So you know where to find us.
Cool beans.
And he backs up to the top of the dune. And Erin, I'd like for you to roll perception really quickly.
All of us, or just Erin?
Just Erin.
Erin specifically.
That's a 19.
This dude's totally a wizard.
Totally.
He's actually just a
Erin is watching him go away, and he gets beyond the dune, and Erin doesn't hear him anymore.
What a sweet young lady.
He knows magic.
How can you be so sure, Erin?
He just teleported
He
away.
would just show up, look at us, and then fly out. He had a little book.
He had a
I mean,
magical book,
shoot
and he just teleported away.
Oh, God, that
Vico
is-
hears the word teleport. Where?
Fancy.
Half the people we've encountered on our little journey are magical in some way, shape, or form. At this point, it's no longer
Yes, but isn't it
fanciful.
quite odd to encounter a teal kobold that can speak fluent common in the middle of the desert that can cast magic?
It's quite.
Literally
Oh,
point
it's
to
quite
spirit.
interesting.
I mean,
but
it's very
Have some
interesting.
kind of thing.
I think as of now, it's not really a biggest concern.
Literally
Oh no,
point
not
If
a
we ever come
concern,
across
not at
them-
all.
point
Just
to
if we ever come
very,
across
very
them-
interesting.
Maybe he's some
Proof.
kind of
We can ask
but
more.
Many of them do tend to lead ascetic lifestyles.
One moment. Let me I'm gonna go check over the dune. See if I can like look around.
He's actually
Anything.
dead.
You
Points at spirit.
walk up to the top of the dune, and you can, like, it's a desert, so you can very clearly follow footprints up to the top of the dune, and then behind the dune, and then they stop, and then Erin is looking out, and he can see, like, maybe 40 feet away, the footsteps start up again.
This man misty stepped.
Yeah.
Why could everyone misty step? Why is everyone no misty step?
Well, I guess misty step is 30 feet.
About 30 feet away.
Yeah, maybe our DM just missed.
So he's gone now, right?
You can still see him, but it's, like, in the distance.
Could have had
Vico, you gonna
step
chase
in.
after?
Like,
No,
like
no.
how
let the
many
kid
feet
go.
away?
Let the kid go. We have no.
I'm really curious at this point.
Shabash!
Like,
Shabash!
this
We
is
can
a
always
bad
ask
Vico
him
roll.
later if we ever come across him. We
Yeah,
don't.
but we
use
don't
it.
have any guarantee we're gonna. Okay, I'll give it up.
He's-
But
He's probably
no-
about, like, 100 feet away.
There's no
I
need to
could
go
definitely
after the
message
child.
him.
Look,
There's no need to go after the child.
He wants to leave us. He wants to leave us.
I-
He's not afraid.
It's not that I'm not going to prevent him from leaving. I just simply would like to know how he acquired the ability to cast magic.
Ask spirit.
Could be from the book.
Very likely it's from the book. If I'm being honest, I can't
I
identify it.
There are many religious monks who lead ascetic lifestyles and do possess cleric magic, I believe.
He's a kobold.
Who's a kobold?
Or maybe he's just naturally gifted and that's why they kicked him out.
But kobolds generally, actually, that could very well be. Could be the 1 in a million.
Oh my god, he's like
magic
Veldrin.
kobold.
Veldrin's just chasing after him. Come back, friend.
Well,
I'm not there, that's why I haven't talked.
I suppose it doesn't affect our journey that much.
Who knows? Knowing us, we'll probably meet that little kid again.
He'll probably end up.
Yes,
going to
knowing the
highway or
fates.
something, knowing our luck.
Knowing the fates, if we were meant to know what his deal is, then he'll be put in our path once again at some point.
Okay.
Let's head back.
And let's rest up. We got quite a journey ahead of us.
Michael spent all this time like carefully planning this out.
I will say, Erin, the direction that he's going is in the direction that he pointed y'all.
Okay.
It is also.
Look at that.
Wait,
You
in the
and me
direction he
together.
pointed us to get to the teal
Yes.
or teal dragonwords? Okay.
Michael
will
only
be.
added that because he wants to meet the character again.
I don't want to meet him again, guys. He's just another magical freaking spirit. Okay, I don't like this.
And that's why we want to
Well,
meet.
he's less rude. That's
Yeah,
that's
he-
about
Wow,
it.
Aaron.
That's already a plus.
Yeah.
Hey, this is
Okay.
this is like really soon after Spirit just like completely blew up Aaron's preconceptions of him. So
Mm-hmm.
new Dragonborn, not Dragonborn, new
Kobold is-
new
New spirit is
reptilian
best spirit.
buddy is very welcome.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're totally a good person too, Aaron.
New spirit is best spirit.
Nobody in this party is good, with the exception of like Bruise.
I don't want to hear it, Vico.
That's Daniel.
Nobody wants to hear it from Vico.
What's the difference?
So y'all just go to
The
bed then?
nine-tailed spirit. Yeah, we go to bed.
Alright. Y'all go to bed, and the following morning y'all wake up. It's snowing.
What?
Snow.
Pardon?
In the desert?
Yo, did this ever happen when I was in the desert?
Would Spirit remember?
Roll history.
I'd also like to roll.
Wait, what do you
history.
mean roll history? Like,
Let's just ask
Erin-
Bruise.
Does
I'm
it
trying
snow
to,
in the desert?
because well, you see, Spirit. I don't know if Spirit remembers.
wow, okay.
So we're
Would
about to
Bruise
find
remember?
out. The dice are gonna tell us if he remembers. Bruise
Gosh
could
dang it, that's
remember.
that one. Okay.
I've been in, like, I have memory of being in the desert.
That is
Not
true,
in
but you have
winter.
very limited memories of in the desert. So, in any of those memories, was it snowing? Let's find out.
No, like actual memories, not just like those.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It just snows in the desert sometimes.
In the winter, close to the mountains.
Oh, we are in the winter, that's right.
Close to the mountains in the winter, yes, it can snow in the desert.
Yes, the snowy mountains sometimes cause snow.
Does everyone still have the fur coats that I made them?
No.
Indeed.
Keep mine to an orc.
Yep. Kept mine for aesthetic.
Didn't we dismantle mine to make the
Water
drinking-
skins.
the water skins? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Veldrin.
Oh yeah, Veldrin, real quick too, would like to comment about waking up. Oh, actually, no, I was asleep the whole time. You know what? Never mind. I am gonna ask though. What happened last night with the whole lightning or thunder or whatever? I slept through it.
Lightning and thunder?
Lightning and the sun.
You mean like
When you
2 nights ago?
like, remember he blew up the stick and I went to fucking bed
Oh,
again.
yeah,
so I
but
didn't go
That was
sleep.
like
that
2
was 2
nights
nights
ago in
ago.
universe.
2 nights ago.
The
Oh,
fuck? What? No, I thought we. I'm fucking out of it.
That was indeed 2 nights ago.
Actually, 3.
It
Well,
was
Belgium's still
actually
gonna
a
ask
week
about it.
ago.
Belgium's still gonna ask about it because he never did.
It's actually at the beginning of your campaign. I'm not sure if you remember.
It's actually the beginning of the campaign.
It was actually session 1 at 1 hour 23 minutes and 42 seconds. Anyway, also when we get back, I'm gonna update everyone else on little cowboy,
Oh boy.
kobold boy.
Well, I'm pretty sure the
boy.
only person there was
Did
Belgian.
he look?
That
Did he
wasn't
look
there.
like Spirit? You're saying he looked like Spirit?
Not quite. Different colored scales.
Very
Smaller.
simple.
Also tinier.
I'm
By the way, Michael, when I
She was very polite and very sweet, much more than Spirit.
Michael, when we were fighting the dragon back at the orc village, and I saw Spirit differently, whereas his scales were blue, right?
Yes, dark blue, not teal.
Okay.
I may or may not have just convinced Ethan Hamilton to try D&D. Another one indoctrinated.
Nobody cares, Daniel.
Vico, your voice is like very tiny.
Vico is a naturally soft-spoken person.
You son of a whore.
I turned you up in Discord.
Okay.
So, are you still asking about the question what happened 3 nights ago? Tyler?
No, we can drop it.
Okay.
Why do I feel like
Then we
that's
continue forward.
disingenuous?
Then we
Alright.
continue forward.
Hi ho, off to the retards we go.
Okay. So during this day, not much happens. The only the only real disturbance during the day is at one point Shamrock, because during these days he's circling overhead like scouting. He flies down at one point and he says, he gives some barks.
I'd like to cast Speak with Animals.
I ritually cast Speak with Animals.
I finish 10 minutes before you do.
Yeah.
It takes me 10 minutes before the conversation starts.
Yeah.
Aaron's like 10 minutes into a conversation.
That's what ritual casting is. You take 10 minutes to cast it.
I think it's the most hilarious thing I can do.
Okay.
You're just sitting in the ground meditating while he's having the conversation.
I cast Speak
Alright.
with Animals and ask Shamrock, what's up, boy?
There's an odd formation of dunes to the north. There seems to be some kind of cave in the middle, which shouldn't happen.
What should
Did he say cave?
I'd be willing to bet that's Sun's house. And if he had a bunch of animals, it would be Sun Tzu, who wrote the
Shut.
That's whenever animals are together, it's called a zoo, unless it's a farm.
So what did he say, Erin?
We might very well be coming up upon Sun's house.
Don't confuse me with that devil.
Sorry, I was still thinking of spirit.
We might. Maybe we shouldn't all pay him a visit at once, but perhaps one of us should be dispatched to.
Oh wait, no, you should go.
Hop in and say hi.
If that's the case, you should go.
I mean, if you
You
if you
all
want
right
to.
with that? I can
Yeah, well-
see if he's all right with all of us coming and checking out his abode.
I don't know if you would like. I don't know, but if you want to, I guess you
Wait,
could stop for a little while.
are we talking about going to visit Sun?
Yeah. If that's Sun's house.
Doesn't he live with the tribe?
No,
No.
he lives apart from the tribe.
All right.
He implied that he.
I will be hanging at the back of the group, watching our reader.
So when we get up there, I'm gonna head over first and scope it out.
Mhm.
Okay, so it is like slightly off course. Like y'all are currently traveling east. He said it's north of y'all. So
Dear.
Is it worth? How far north? Well, it's within eyesight of.
Like
Yeah.
there.
So how long do you think that would be? How long of a detour?
I mean,
Half an hour? An hour?
you'd probably only have to walk like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Oh,
Not that bad of a detour.
So,
Might as well.
it's a hermit.
so I suppose we could. I'll walk up some of the way, and then I can finish off the trip and come back to you guys if he is all right with us.
If you get stabbed, just yell. I'll be right behind you.
I'm gonna walk with Erin, although I'll keep a distance once we get there.
Yeah.
Don't want anything happening to my best friend.
Veldrin sends Rex in with them.
Okay.
Cuteness overload.
Oh,
Rex, go with them. Come running back as fast as you can if something happens.
Rexy just like we both get stabbed and Rexy just like and he falls over in the sand. He gets like 4 feet away. He just falls over in the sand.
Okay, so we're gonna make that trip. I'd say everyone else would probably generally stay back like I don't know, a couple 100 yards away from the cave once we got there, just in case it explodes or something.
I'm staying back, and I am on full alert, watching every move of everything.
Spirit be big bruise, buddy.
Bigger, buddy.
okay.
And Vico follows me a little bit more of the way, but stays back.
Well, I'll walk. I'm walking with you up until like we get right about to his house. In which case, I'll stand a safe enough distance away to where he'll be comfortable
If
enough
it
to talk to you.
explodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can stay about 120 feet away, and I can still message you if need be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then I can get Rexy to run on back, and then I can help you.
Oh, does he have a library? He's got a freaking library.
So,
He was planning for this.
Look at him.
so
He is a better spirit.
Does an owl live here? Are we sure an owl doesn't live here? Because I think an owl lives
Like 20 times better than Spirit already.
Okay, fuck you guys. I'm done with this campaign.
Hey, I didn't
Just
say
look
jack
at him.
shit. That's them. I'm
So-
Red Spirit.
Erin approaches this sort of opening in the ground. It occurs to him, if it weren't for the snow, Shermash would not have seen this from above. It's like the snow makes the contrast in height much more noticeable. It sort of drops down, and there appear to be sort of this like stone arch, almost like ruins.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up and peek my head in to what seems to be the entrance, and is it dark inside, or would I see the big library?
It is dark inside.
Okay.
Aaron would probably be able to see, like, very much in the distance, there is a light source coming from somewhere over here, but...
Okay, do I see any, like, torches, like, braziers on the wall?
There's a couple of unlit sconces on the wall, however, there's nothing in them to light.
Dang it. Does minor illusion have light?
You can create light with that, probably.
The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect, so that's a no. Minor illusion would not work for this purpose, so I just go in and I guess I'd shout into the void. Hello?
You roll perception.
That is a 19? 20. That is a 20.
You don't get a response, but you can hear, like, from in the void, in the distance, you hear, like, frantic scurrying.
Is this the home of Sun by chance?
By sun chance. Ha!
If you would rather me leave, then just let me know, but I thought I'd stop by.
You sit there, you stand there for a moment, and you, after maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you see the light source that you were seeing over here. Like, you would have been able to see. So the thing is, you can see this light source, which means you would probably have noticed these are bookshelves, and you would see a light approaching from this direction.
Okay.
Not approaching from this direction, but this hallway is getting brighter and brighter, very slowly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move in anymore because I want to stay within message distance of Vico.
Oh. eventually, you see Sun's face peek around the corner holding a little lantern. He says, how did you find this?
We just, noticed a bit of, an irregularity in the train on our way. I hope it's not an issue that we found it.
Is anyone else with you?
Well, I told the others to stay back just in case, you weren't comfortable with others being here. I'm also willing to leave. I just wanted to check in, because I assumed this was your home, since this was the direction you pointed us. Oh wait, no, since this was the direction you headed after our meeting the other day.
I see.
And he like ponders for a moment.
Says, I guess you're fine. You can come in.
Is it okay if I bring my friends, or would you rather it just be me?
I prefer just you. They're scary.
Yes. But they are nice, but I understand. I actually, no, I wouldn't. I was gonna say I messaged to Vico that it's all clear, but I'm not entirely sure of that yet. So I say, this is quite the collection, it seems. Are these all bookshelves?
Yes, this place is kind of big. I can show you around if you want.
That would be nice. I'm going to cautiously walk up.
Okay, and he leads you down this way. This is the back, like this hallway is sort of like the backs of bookcases. And I mean, eventually you get down here, and he says, "So this is where I stay. I kind of just found this place, so I just moved some stuff around, and so what you're actually looking at, you see there's like a blanket on the floor and what looks like one of the rugs that you would see near the entrance, like suspended over it, and there are a bunch of various books scattered around this area, as well as another lantern and what looks like a single teapot and like a bowl.
Cozy.
Yeah.
And he just like he pretty much at this point turns around and he says, there's something scary down the other way. I haven't really been all the way over there. I don't really like going over there.
Oh, is it a creature?
No, it's dead, I think.
Would you mind if I took a look at it?
Okay.
Over this way, correct?
Yeah, that way. You'll see it.
And he like picks up the other lantern and he gives it to you.
Woohoo!
So
Light.
You got the lantern. And as you walk forward, the bookshelves in this corner of the room are appear to be like smashed. Some of the books are ripped apart, some of them are not. And as you get closer, you see a trail of books leading all the way down the hallway. At the end, you can see something. And as you approach, you realize...
The one
Yeah,
I'm
this
on.
hallway. Yep. And as you approach, you can see here, there's what appears to be a pile of bones.
Can I investigate what animal bones are from?
You can roll investigation.
Okay.
Investigation or medicine.
That's a 12.
You're looking. You're like looking through them, trying to figure out. You realize it's the only thing you can really get is it's not one creature; it's two.
Can I... Is anything, like, on the bones, or is it just, like, straight skeletons?
So it seems that it's like two skeletons on top of one another. One looks vaguely humanoid, and the other does not. And the one and the bones are kind of mixing in with each other because they're on top of one another. And the bottom skeleton has a few books in its hands.
Is the bottom one the non-humanoid one?
The humanoid one has the books. The
okay.
You can't really tell what the other one is just because all the bones are like mixed together.
Yeah.
You can mostly tell the humanoid, non-humanoid just by the skull.
Can I see how long they've been dead?
Roll medicine.
Medicine. That's a 21.
Your estimate, 75 years.
What's an estimate?
Just an estimate.
I guess I'll... Actually, wait. No. I'm going to mage hand the books out of the skeleton's hand.
There are two books. One of them is... One of them... One of them you've seen before. Although, kind of seen before. It's like a standard compendium of the gods. It's like... It's a religious text. But... And... Like, you've seen... Not this exact book, but this type of book. Although, this one... to Erin is like standing out to him for some reason. In his funny brain. And the other one looks like a historical documentation of something. Of what Erin can gather is it's a historical documentation of the war.
Ooh. These are my kind of books.
Thing is, like, Erin has read these books. Not these specific ones, but, like, he's read documentations of the war. He's read Compendiums of the Gods.
Are these unique, like, compilations, or... Like... Have I read these kind, like...
Basically, you have read these types of books.
Okay. Yeah.
But
not these specific.
Something in Erin's brain is telling him these ones are important.
I'm gonna open up in the Pantheon one to Sked.
Okay. You open up to Sked, and it says what you'd expect, what you've seen before, where it's, you know, she's goddess of war, she harbors discord and strife amongst people, but then there's another. All of those things are subdivisions of like with each god, they have like their domain, and then like underneath they have like the subdivisions. And normally with Sked, her domain is discord, and they're the different subdivisions. But here it says her domain is distancing of peoples.
It's an odd translation.
And flips the page, because usually that would be like the last page, and there's another god.
Ooh.
It is a goddess named Do, D and then O with a macron over it.
Do I not already know about Doe?
No,
Nope.
you don't. That's what there was one time that Tadriel said, "Hey, do you know Doe?" And you were like, "Oh, I do know." And I said, "No, Erin, you've never heard of that."
Okay.
Weirdly enough, and
No.
and it says her domain is the bringing of peoples together.
Huh.
And so underneath that subdivision, her subdivisions are peace, love, mutual exchange.
Seems like an important god to leave out of every other history book.
Funny
This would
you
make
know
such a
that.
fine addition. This would make such a fine addition to the library if it weren't burnt down.
My collection.
My collection.
Of bones.
Okay, I'm gonna. Actually, I'd like to examine specifically the skull of the non-humanoid animal to see if I can figure out what type of animal it is.
Okay, roll survival or medicine.
Okay,
They'll get you different things.
that's not gonna get me anything. That's an 8 for medicine.
You can tell it's obviously not human. It's not. It doesn't look like a beast. Like bestial skulls look a specific way, with like a elongated snout and, you know, specific teeth based on what they eat. But this thing doesn't look natural, if you will.
Weird. Well, I might as well head back. I'm gonna walk.
Okay.
I investigated the little scary bit of the library. Just a couple
What was it?
just a couple of very dead skeletons.
Oh. Okay. He pulls out a notebook, a different notebook, and he like scribbles something down. Says, "Thank you."
By my estimate, they've been dead for approximately 75 years, give or take. No need to worry about them.
Okay. Thank you.
We're about to be off to the Teal Dragonboard tribes. Is there anything you can tell us from your experience about their customs, their treatment of outsiders?
Well, they don't mind outsiders. They generally
don't move around like a lot of the other tribes do. They have their own walls. But their whole village is surrounded by fog. And it won't harm you, but when you walk through it, they will. It's how it's how they're able to allow outsiders into their community.
Sort of a test.
As you walk through the fog, if they discreetly will inspect you, and if you're an enemy, they will not let you through.
Is there anything that we can do to ensure that we won't be an enemy?
Just don't. As long as you aren't secretly trying to get in for one of the other tribes, I think you should be fine.
Spirit.
Fuck, guys. I don't appreciate this session. This session's been no fun. You guys have been making fun of Spirit the whole time.
Yeah, we have.
Alright, well, I think I'll be off now. Thank you very much.
Thank you for checking those things. If you wouldn't mind leaving my lantern, I don't have very much.
Yes, of course. I can feel my way out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Aaron's feeling his way around the wall. Bumps into the wall.
I got cut out like a couple times there. Did you take the books?
I did take the books.
Okay.
I need
There's
books.
a lot of books.
There are a lot of books, but I like these books. And I message Erin. I message Vico. All good.
Alright. Anything special happen?
I found a couple of very interesting books. And Sun told me a little bit about what will happen when we approach the Teal Dragonborn tribe. Essentially, will be their form of customs, if you will, is a literal smokescreen, a fog that they use to screen people discreetly. And if we can make it past that without being classified as an enemy, then I think we'll do just fine. Wait. One more thing.
Yes.
I'd actually like to go back into Sun's house.
Okay.
Well, that's not awkward at all.
I have one more thing to ask him.
Okay.
Who are you?
No. Just I want to ask him about I'm gonna
Well, something.
I'm gonna go back in. Probably not not even a couple minutes after I left. I'm gonna say, Son, I have one last question. Just in case you have any answers.
He looks at you as you round the corner. Yes.
Do you know anything about the god Sked? Do you know of any connection he or any of his followers might have with the Dragonborn?
He thinks for a little bit.
There's nothing that I really know of concerning anyone in particular, although I don't know the higher ups of the other tribes very well.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry for coming back so quickly, but I just had to make sure that I wasn't missing out on some vital information.
Of course, and he actually is. I'm sorry for making you feel your way out last time, and he opens his little notebook, and this hallway. He reads something out of the notebook, and this hallway, 4 little spheres of light down the hallway appear. Pop, 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 pop.
Wow. I had assumed you could cast some magic, but I'm very impressed, I have to say. Thank you very much.
This cantrip is much more impressive than your Misty Step.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I can't tell him that I know exactly that he used Misty Step.
Yeah.
That would be kind of weird.
That would be weird.
Okay. Now we can leave.
Okay.
Yeah, ready.
So you get out, meet up with Vico, and then y'all head back.
I update the others on
Melly Vico.
my visit to Sun. He said that everyone was too scary for him to let into his house.
yeah, that's understandable. So what did you find?
Well, I found some books that I find very, very interesting.
Ooh,
Cool.
What are the
kind
books?
of books?
One is a pantheon of the gods with a name that I've never actually come across in any of my research before. Although I believe, Veldrin, you had some knowledge of this god previously.
Tadriel.
Tadriel.
Oh, it was
Veldrin is
Tadriel?
the least likely to have
Tadriel.
knowledge of
Sorry.
any god.
Sorry, I just screwed that up. Yeah, Tadriel, not Veldrin.
Nero frowns. What's the name?
Doe. A deer.
His
A female
eyes
deer.
light up, and he gives
Right.
you a big ol'
Nero eyes closes.
Now, I suppose I brushed it off the last time the topic came up, but this edition of the Pantheon of the Gods specifically includes Doe as counterpart to Sked, a bringing together of the people. So I'd very much like to probe your knowledge of who
Erin?
exactly is.
Let's take a walk.
Can I come with? I'm coming with.
I'm going on a walk.
You can,
Yeller.
but
Can we discuss inconsistencies in pantheons while we walk? That's one of my favorite topics at the moment.
sure, we can talk about that. Because
Okay.
this is a very big issue.
Can we just?
Oh, I don't see it as an issue at all.
It is a definite issue once you learn more.
Why is it an issue? Okay, let's all talk about
Yeah,
this.
Is-
I've been wearing.
Wait, is Nero upset that he found a book that has it, or that all the modern books don't have it?
It's not that she's it's not that she's upset. It's just that she didn't expect him to find out so soon,
Find out what?
and
Let's
that there's
walk.
another god.
Okay,
Tadriel's super
So what-
happy and excited.
Yeah.
It-
we're gonna start traveling, but while we walk.
Let's do this.
So what do you know about Doe?
Well, is that one of the things is that she, well, is dead.
Wait, what?
The skeleton of Titan is Doe.
Suppressed, maybe.
That's big
Erin
fun.
pulls out. Erin whips out his notebook and starts writing furiously.
Real quick, is this just happening for all of us while I walk, or are they privately?
We're the head of the group. I would assume, like, the reason why she brought Erin, like, closer is because you guys really don't care.
Fair.
Like, this
But
only
also,
affects Erin.
Out out
And
of
Pottinger
game,
was standing very close to Nero.
out of game. I would just like to quote one of my favorite movies. What?
What a quote.
That
Yep.
was actually like, I think my brain just kind of turned itself.
I was gonna say
Thank you.
that's I'm gonna say that's Nero's theory. Oh wait, no, Nero does know that. Never mind.
I know that.
Yeah, I forgot. Nero does know that.
I know that.
And Erin has seen in a vision how she died, or how he died. I don't know.
It's
How they died.
How they died.
Doe and Sked are both goddesses.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're both
Oh yeah,
goddesses.
she.
We're listening to the pronouns, yo.
Yeah,
They're both Dea.
Damn.
got it. But yeah, Erin has seen in a vision how Doe died. Then
She died from. Would Nero know how she died? I think
No,
she does.
Nero-
No,
Nero just knows
that she died,
because
and that
Nero just knows that she died.
yeah. I remember you told me how she died, but I don't know if Nero knows that. So
Hello.
yeah, we lived in the corpse of the once goddess of bringing people together. That's why Titan is so safe in a way. It's a safe haven. People are not.
Erin is writing furiously.
People are not.
It has an effect.
People don't. Or naturally don't want to betray each other.
And that's
Have you ever
part of-
noticed that?
That's part of why y'all got let off the hook so easily.
Have you noticed that? People just.
I suppose I always chalked it up to the difference between civilization and barbarianism.
Just compare it to the
Well-
surrounding areas.
Yeah. It is quite.
The orc tribes are divided, and they stand.
That's
and they
probably why,
now
in fact.
plunge into a power struggle.
They're so barbaric and hated towards outsiders.
Michael.
Yes. Yeah.
The Dragonborn are.
Yeah, would Vico be a part of this conversation? Would he be listening?
Vico is part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Anyone who's interested in this, feel free to come along.
Fuck yourself, Erin.
What do you think is the symbol I've been wearing on my chest this whole time?
She points to that Tadriel's chest. That's the symbol.
That's the symbol of Doe.
That
Indeed.
is the symbol of Doe. As you can see, it
Ah.
is the Sked symbol.
I think I've drawn it at some point, and yeah,
It is.
it is ye old this.
And would-
These are more pointed, but yeah.
Would we know Tadriel is an angel of Doe?
He's got the symbol on his chest, so
Yeah. So yeah.
He's got
At
the
least
symbol on his chest, and he's got seraphim wings. So
That's it. So he is also an angel of Doe.
It was.
I was, at least.
So how exactly do you know how Doe died?
Sadly, I
Somewhat
don't.
I don't know. I can't exactly remember either. The orc shaman, whatever symbols he was using his worship to Kai and Sked, it seemed, it allowed him to take some kind of look into my memories.
the
But
But-
I do believe that there was another angel behind it. Who was involved in this situation that led to the death of Doe. Somebody named
now all of this is very fascinating indeed, because knowing you, this is a new discovery. However, that's not the issue. The issue is, why is this a discovery?
Wow.
Well,
I was
it
quite
seems-
befuddled when I discovered that all mention of Doe. It seemed as though all mention of Doe had been erased from history.
She snaps her fingers and points to him.
Well, I suppose. Huh.
Holy shit.
Again, that is the issue. Is that, why is there no mention of Doe? surely she would, she should be, known at least, even if she wasn't no longer worshipped. But there's no mention. It's as if she doesn't exist. The only remnants of her is, well, Tadriel and the bones of Titan. And this is my theory, but possibly one other remnant. And she takes the orb out.
Do any of y'all know how Doe died?
Unfortunately, I can't exactly.
You never told me.
Do you know Vico?
Yes, I do. So
I believe
Veldrin sees the orb come out and walks closer to them.
I do believe I've had a vision concerning the death of Doe, but I'd like to see whether that was just a dream or
Michael,
prophetic.
Michael, feel free to stop me
Yeah.
if I get a little too in depth, or if I'm getting something wrong. Feel free to stop me.
Say whatever Vico would say.
So, what was it, like 100 years ago, something like that? She was there. A little bit of backstory first. There was a council of liches named the Red Ministry, right, Michael?
They were wizards. They were they were sort of the culmination of all of like man's magical prowess. They were the top of the top, and they eventually realized we're growing old, and they sort of through research figured out how to become lich so that their research would not die with them.
Quick question, Michael. Was that the thing that the student asked me about in my session 0? The Red Council?
He did ask you about them.
Okay.
And the way that you sort of like when you answered him with the knowledge that you knew, you got a massive headache.
Interesting. Continue, Vico.
So, the Red Ministry figured out how to become lich, and at some point, they rendered Doe into a mortal form and killed that mortal form. After that, they kind of disappeared. From my recollection, they kind of disappeared.
So I know when I've discussed this stuff with y'all, but I know it's kind of it's I discussed this a long time ago with you. So let me just explain it, and then Vico can convey what he wants to convey. So they became true masters of undeath. Vico would actually have known this, being with Lione.
Hello.
That is one of the few things that goes directly against Lione. And they knew that they were going to be attacked for this. They realized they've turned the gods against them. They're gonna die. So they pretty much said, we're not going down without a fight. And then that happened. And then pretty much all of them were killed after that happened. Vico would have actually seen that.
Yeah, so I informed them of that.
They didn't do it alone. There was somebody else helping them, from what the orc shaman was able to tell me. Somebody who I killed. Somebody named Uriel.
Uriel.
I threw myself from the heavens down here, and well, right after the war, and well, I kind of, let's say, took a bit of a nap, and when I woke, I had none of my memories, and I still don't exactly have that many of them, but I found Nero, and I was able to find, I guess, some sort of purpose as a bodyguard. And I guess that kind of leads up to now.
Pretty much.
And
Erin, what Vico told you concerning the Red Ministry in relation to the gods, you've read about that before, but it was sort of flipped.
Yeah.
First of all, it mentions nothing in the text that you've read. It mentions nothing about them learning how to become like masters of undeath. It mentions nothing of that. Additionally, it says that the gods struck first out of fear of being usurped.
Nero would also know that, right?
well, I do.
Yes, Nero would also know that. Like, that's what modern books say.
Yeah.
And Vico, despite having a vendetta against Lione, doesn't agree with that.
So, you also understand, Professor, that the history books don't portray what happened like that. Because the history books say that the Red Ministry are the good guys.
A sort of propaganda, I assume.
But they're all dead, aren't they?
If they truly tried to become masters of undeath, as you said, then perhaps not.
Maybe. Maybe. There's
After all,
still some
what is
alive.
life? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
God damn it.
I don't exactly know
How you hate musicals?
what this conversation was. I only walked over when I saw her pull out her orb bullshit.
Yeah,
But
we are good with that.
it sounds like someone's trying to. I don't know. I wanna, it sounds like someone either. It sounds like someone who's. You know what? No, never forget it. I'm being stupid. That's impossible.
What are you trying to say, Veldrin?
Speak, or forever.
Well, you said, well, based on what I remember from the conversation, if I have this right, you said they killed a god, and the gods obviously went and fought against them and killed them back. Correct? They're all dead.
Should be.
And should be. But Erin brings up the point that it's possible they could be alive. So are you, Erin, specifically, are you trying to imply that one of them is, like, basically orchestrating the government or something?
Simply.
This potential.
Vico?
Uri's soul, when I came
Vico,
down to this planet, it would have gone down to Callisto.
Yeah.
so something else that Vico knows, that I told this to you because Vico cares so much about who lives and dies.
Yeah.
There was a survivor.
Yeah, there was a single.
So there was a survivor.
Also, I'm not sure if this is relevant, but I suppose I might as well convey the contents of my vision that I had.
Oh boy, it's all coming.
So, I'm not sure if I've disclosed the specifics of my patron to you all. The one who allows me to cast magic? Yes, the one I made a pact with.
You made a pact?
Yes, I thought this was cleared up before. I
No,
gained my
you
magical
never.
abilities.
You never told us.
We didn't know. I just
You
assumed
only
that
told Vico.
your scholarly
Well-
knowledge allowed you to learn about magic.
You know.
Well,
he is a
you all
magic-
know that I can cast magic,
Oh, yes.
Yes.
and that I couldn't cast magic before.
You should.
Yes.
But
And I
Well,
honestly, to be entirely honest, I thought this had all
lied.
come out a long time ago.
No, you lied to us. To our face.
Well, yes, we've moved past that at this point.
Beyond that.
Of course
Spirit
we have.
hasn't.
Of course
Except
we
Spirit.
have.
Let me explain to you in full detail.
Mhm.
So, when I was at the library one day, the library that's now burnt down, I came across a mention of a specific entity that I had never heard of before. One of the constructs used in the war. Is that right, Michael?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'd know, yeah. And
I'd say you, at the time, you didn't know. You, I believe the way that you would have come across it in writing was the obelisk of knowledge. And
okay.
you then saw it riding on the shoulder of the creature in your vision.
Okay.
Which I think at this point would allow Erin to connect those dots.
How much would Tadriel remember about the constructs?
Tadriel doesn't really remember anything.
Okay, cool.
Okay, anyway, let me...
Other than,
Good guys.
Yeah.
So, I had come across this entity that I hadn't heard of in all my years of research. An entity known as the Obelisk of Knowledge. Supposedly an ultra-powerful construct that contained the lump sum of all human knowledge. And it was fabled to, on occasion, reach out to mortals and offer basically endless knowledge. And I thought, well, that's quite a fascinating story. Then I went to bed that night and I had a dream. And it was... Well, it didn't tell me, but I could sense that it was this obelisk of knowledge. And it offered me basically every bit of information I could ever want. And that is how I began to discover how to manipulate Thaum. How I learned to cast spells, basically. To put it in layman's terms.
Obelisk of knowledge. Is this some sort of angel of Kai? What is this?
It seems... So... You all are familiar with the constructs used in the war, correct? Made by two gods in combination?
Yes.
Vico would be Nero and Tadriel would not. Unless Vico told them.
I don't know.
I assume Veldrin would not either. I assume Veldrin would not either.
I don't believe he would have told Tadriel, but he definitely would have told Nero.
Yes.
Spirit foremost expert on the war.
On the war.
The war.
The war.
The war.
He's the only one that has memory of watching it happen.
The war of mortal aggression.
Yes, exactly.
That's exactly what history says it is.
No,
No,
history says it's a war of godly aggression.
Yeah.
History book.
Yeah, north
Yep.
is up. That's where the gods are, so, you know.
Yeah. The war of
The war of northern aggression. There we go. Boom.
There you go.
There we go.
Anyway.
Lincoln.
Full circle.
It seems to me that this obelisk of knowledge is very likely one of those constructs. And, you see, one of the visions I had, which is why I went off on this tangent, it showed the death of a very large being, and its decay into a skeleton, whose shape I know very well from staring at for hours on end at maps of Titan.
I don't think I'll ever be able to walk on Titan, to look at Titan the same again. It's really sad.
And on both of, I suppose, those shoulders were these constructs. One on each shoulder, seemingly sucking the life away from her.
But
Then they don't sound very good.
And there were two on each shoulder, and they were like riding on her shoulder like turrets. They weren't soul sucking her.
Oh, okay. Then I just misunderstood that when I heard it, I guess.
Sorry. I may have explained it badly.
Yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, I'd say the correct version instead.
Oh, okay.
So I don't actually know how she died then.
You don't know the. I mean, it was a battlefield, and there was. And you actually probably would have. You probably wouldn't have seen the moment of death. But I mean, you saw her. There was a massive battlefield. And then you also saw her dead.
Okay.
Yikes.
So that is all I know about the matter. I'd like to actually. I didn't look into it before, but I'd like to search through the documentation of the war to see if there's anything that stands out to me.
Okay. So you look into it, and it's first of all, the prologue is much closer to Vico's story than it is to the story that you know. Where it actually predates the war slightly at the beginning, where it is written. The person writing this is a member of the Red Ministry.
Ooh.
And pretty much in their writing, they're saying that they're afraid of what will come should they go through with this. And then as it goes through the war, it does say the gods were the aggressors. It says that it mentions a plan to at least take down one, but it doesn't actually detail it. And then later in the book, it says that it was successful. Surprise, surprise. And it ends. Where it ends, the person almost seems to be going insane. Like that, not like hallucinatory insane, but like they pretty much say that they've lost everything. They don't know what they're gonna do, and it's almost like a final homage, if you will.
Interesting.
Zoni, what's interesting about that book?
It does.
It's a primary source.
So
It does. It does have an author by the name Kalistar. There's no
familiar to anyone.
Right.
There's no last name.
Would I know that name?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be familiar to anyone.
It's really familiar to Spirit, guys. He's really relevant right now.
Sorry.
Because actually
Sorry,
relevant
man.
right now.
Don't worry. Don't worry,
No,
Spirit.
no,
You'll be
you-
relevant soon.
You guys need to have your conversation about
Erin.
weird god
Sorry,
shit.
this is an Aaron-centric episode.
Which we
Spirit
haven't had in a
enough.
while.
Spirit hasn't had enough Spirit-centered moments.
Look,
Nope.
Spirit had like
It's the
2
book
sessions dedicated to us trying to be like, Spirit, you okay, buddy? He's like, fuck off. It's like, alright.
Fuck you. I'm emotional right now.
Your support is useless.
Oh, but I have to stay in character. Go fuck yourself, Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay.
Ben is not
Saying that
anything
book
but
was written.
Ben is not anything if not but committed to his character.
Tell me.
His
Aaron.
character is just him.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
Spirit's a bit nicer.
You're right. He's not enough. He's not enough of a Nazi.
No, Nero is just David.
That is true.
Spirit's just against genocide. That's different.
Okay.
I'm out here
Rahul?
trying to get.
Yes, Tadriel?
Does the book make any reference to anybody else involved? Any of the other names?
The Great Warrior Bruise.
Yes. Can I find any references to Bruise?
No, as
Is there-
Bruce was not
Are there,
born yet.
are there any references to Uriel?
Are there any references to Uriel, Michael?
Yes,
No, there are not. Again, when it came to their sort of plan, it doesn't go into very much detail. This is like a guy's journal, basically,
Okay.
of like
Primary source. Primary source.
It is a primary source. It's the Diary of Anne Frank, but
This is
but
this is so like
modern version of Diary of Anne
Let's
Frank, where it's
humble
heavily
it.
edited, or is this like the original Diary of Anne Frank when she talks?
it's like the original. Sorry, not the edited one.
So
this is basically like Erin's like ideal scenario. Like he just got his hands on a primary source for like
Really? I didn't know that.
this is exactly what he always wanted.
Primary source for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
does it make any reference to?
Oh yeah, Vico's been a primary source. He just doesn't like talking to people.
Well, Vico's not a book.
Yeah.
Vico can only talk so much, whereas you can read a book infinitely.
Oh, until you run out of words to read.
Friends are temporary. Books are eternal.
It's called rereading, Ben.
I think it's the other way around, bud.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In this
Hey,
case,
Oz, I
Tadriel
think you're
would have been
temporary.
better within me.
Hey, shut up, Daniel.
Okay. But does it make any reference to anybody else involved in this red what?
Yeah, are there any other names that I can pick out?
There are more names in there of like other members of the ministry. However, by the end of the book, it's when he's kind of being like, you know, I've lost everything. That includes those people. that those people died.
Do I know the members of the Red Ministry?
You know some. I'll give you a list of names later. However,
I just wanna look-
there are a couple of names. There are none that really stand out. Though.
Okay.
Yo, guys, for Ben's benefit, could you please just quickly summarize what the fuck you guys have been talking about?
War. History.
War never changes.
With more specifics.
So,
Okay,
about,
so-
What they're discussing right now is, Erin found some books
Yep.
in that predate that are in reference to the war and to the Pantheon.
Yep.
That have different information from all of modern history books and textbooks that Erin has ever read. And so they're currently discussing. They're trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah, so what
Maybe
the fuck
he
is
just missed one.
Is this relevant to the story? I think is what Ben's asking.
No,
Not
no,
yet.
no. I'm not asking
The
for relevant
history?
to the story.
He's just wanting to know
He's just-
what we're talking about.
because he's probably been zoned out for the past hour.
Oh yeah, I've been zoned out.
no,
I've been
aren't you
playing the
paying
mobile
attention?
game.
Mobile game.
I'm not telling you.
Is it AFK Arena? You twink.
It's not AFK.
By the way, speaking of that, today's sponsor.
Raid Chef.
Yo, did we establish what the Red Ministry was in
Guys,
this
I just got a pair
conversation?
of Raycon.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, basically,
We got
they're
over
a
every
group
day.
of wizards who found out how to become liches. They killed a god and became masters of death. Then the gods wiped all of them out except for one. And then
Man,
the
sounds like
history books-
assholes to me.
Then the history books were like, "Oh, it was the gods that aggressed," and that's the lies that this society has been fed.
Yeah, checkmate Lincolnite. Wait, sorry, wrong thing.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, Confederate.
Okay. So, yeah. So I think now we know probably one of the Red Ministers probably altered history somehow. At least not altered history, but altered the perspective of history.
Well, I mean, the war. Okay, so the war was 100 years ago. So in that
Yes.
time, many humans have lived and died. So if this guy is still around, writing as many books as he possibly can and putting them out there, eventually this would just become common knowledge. It would just become commonly accepted. Because there's
Exactly.
nobody left to contest it. So I think it's a safe assumption to say that is what happened.
Mm-hmm. So now, question is, where the hell is he? But that's a question for another time. Let's keep going.
I'd rather not find that out. Thank you.
Yeah, this person did help in killing a god, so you probably shouldn't mess with him right now.
I'd
So
quite like
valid.
to meet him.
So
No,
valid.
I don't think you would.
I have my scuffle.
How do you kill a god? I'd very much like to know.
That's
No,
concerning.
that is
Let me
concerning.
demonstrate. Walks up to Nero.
With a little bit of divine help.
Anything is
Oh.
possible.
Boy,
Hey Vico, can you get Loon to help us?
you almost kill a god.
He just steals over and just like, future. He's just eating handfuls of sand.
So we keep walking.
Okay, so y'all get on the road.
On the
On
road.
the
again?
road again.
I mean, we've been walking this entire time, but
So what has Bruce been doing this entire time? Because I know
Sorry, Bruce. Sorry, Haas.
Bruce has just been vibing his back.
I am currently eating a banana.
Okay.
wait, what?
Currently been taking a nanner.
But the entire time that Erin was in the cave, I was watching vigilantly. And ever since we've been on the road since that, I've been in the back of the group watching the caboose, making sure we're not being followed.
Okay. Sick.
Holy shit, he's doing something really productive and helpful, actually.
By the end of this day, by the time y'all by the time y'all the time comes to set up camp, Shamrock comes down and I'm just gonna say, Erin, I'm assuming you can't speak with animals.
Yep.
Sit down in a meditation position.
Yeah. He says, I believe I can, because Shamrock probably would have been told about the fog thing.
Yeah.
He says, I believe I can see them from here,
Pog.
at least in the distance.
Well, they shouldn't attack us.
Dragonborn friends, yay!
Do they have
Oh,
a
wait, we
similar
can-
diplomacy?
We can greet them with the scimitar of diplomacy.
Oh no.
I think that's an excellent idea.
No, please
If we wanna make sure they understand our intent, we need to greet them hastily with the scimitar of diplomacy.
Oh no.
Well, if I knew what that
Sorry,
was, I'd agree.
Oh, that's right. You weren't here for the scimitar of diplomacy.
How could you miss the scimitar diplomacy?
Oh, scimitar of diplomacy is single-handedly the greatest thing that has ever been blessed upon mortal kind.
Honestly.
It is both a tool of diplomacy and of war.
I'm assuming you're using a scimitar. For
Yes.
diplomacy.
Yes.
Exactly.
A sword,
Exactly.
Wow.
A sword in use keeps another sword in the sheath.
I'd be fine with that.
Of course, we did steal it from someone else. It's not
Well,
our
we did attack
scimitar of
somebody.
diplomacy.
They did.
Anyways, so we continue forward.
I'm sorry, David.
Oh wait, what did Shamrock? Wait, what was Shamrock saying?
I said, at when the time comes to set up camp, Shamrock says it comes down and he says he thinks he can see at least where the village is from the sky.
Okay. What time is it now?
It is sundown.
Alright. Let's set up shop before we go into the city. We don't
Yo.
Erin.
Yo.
Oh, by the way, Mike, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Tadriel, greet Erin.
Yes.
Okay.
Tadriel, greet Erin. Erin,
Hello.
so you said that the patron you worship, you said it was a construct?
I wouldn't say I worship him, but yes. A construct that holds infinite knowledge.
And
Knowledge.
this is connected to Kai, so just going to ask, do you know about... I knew that you... I saw you as I was leaving the shaman's hut back when we first entered the Orc tribe.
Ah. Yes, the shaman.
About whatever entity allowed him to gaze into my mind like as he did.
Well, yes, it was... That shaman had made the same pact that I had.
So,
At least it seemed.
you may be able to help me get some of my memories back.
I will certainly try, if
Okay.
I can find a way. Do you remember any sort of procedure that he took?
No, I think I just grabbed his hand.
Do you want to try now?
I'm ready when you are.
I'll hold out my hand to Tadriel.
Okay, so sorry, I was private messaging like three different players. What are y'all doing?
So
Okay.
I asked. So Tadriel asked him about the orc shaman, and Erin confirmed that it was that they have the same patron.
Oh, so that's you're gonna try and memoryify him.
Mm-hmm.
So what is Aaron actually doing? Is he just
Okay.
doing?
I'd like to pull up my book and see if I can glean any information from the page that the shaman gave me. And if not, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna try and magic some memories back into him.
So you look into your book at the page that he gave you. It was originally a like 3/4 of the page with a scribble at the bottom that was him like talking to you because he couldn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Saying like as his like he was waiting for a predecessor to give it to. And the first half of the writing is now gone because of the last time that you were able to glean information from it. You read it and it disappeared. And
I don't remember what that was. Could you refresh my memory?
That was the first time that you got the indication that there was another god was after your vision. And that was from reading that.
Okay.
Because that was like important knowledge. That was hard to find knowledge. And so then there's basically a third of a page of writing there, and you still can't decipher it.
Just gonna try and magic some memories back into him.
All right. Roll performance.
Maybe you should try to put your hand upon my emblem. Maybe that would help.
Nah, that's a 13.
Right. Wanna use your inspiration?
I'll use my inspiration.
Hey, give me a number 1 to 10.
7.
7.
That's the
Good number, good number. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5.
That's close to Evan. Evan Almighty.
7. Jack plus 10.
Oh.
So that's a 23.
All right, Erin, you do a very good job of imitating exactly how the orc shaman did it. where you carefully and gently place your hand on his forehead and you close your eyes.
But if
And
you
Tadriel-
close your eyes...
Tadriel, Aaron gently places his hand palm first on your forehead and closes his eyes.
Okay, we're doing this now.
Deep inside of you and unlock your hidden potential.
And then he takes his palm off of your forehead and opens his eyes.
Did it work?
Did you see anything?
No, I'm afraid not.
I guess maybe you gotta do whatever studying you were doing for a bit longer before you could do that.
I suppose so. He did seem like he was far beyond my skill level when I met with him.
I don't know. Guy was weird.
Yes, but he was... cool. I guess.
He was a cool dude.
Cool dude. That's just the
Alright.
facts.
Anyway.
Thank you for trying, Erin. I'm
Perhaps I can help you at a future point in time. Just not now.
I'm going to go prepare.
Yes, go ahead.
You're literally less than useless. My paraplegic grandma can do more than you. God damn it.
Tadriel trains for the whole night.
Oh, okay.
Exhaustion.
That is exhausting.
So Nero, roll con save. Tadriel, roll con save with disadvantage.
Oh,
Alright, let's do this.
I love this.
Ooh, 19. Let's go.
And then having them be extremely scrawny.
Nero, you're fine.
12!
I'm fucked.
I said, Nero, you're fine.
I thought you said I
take
was
a level of
fucked. I was like, wait,
exhaustion
what?
because you're training the entire night. What's up with Vico? How's Vico vibing?
Okay, so, Vico, he's gonna win.
How many fingers do Dragonborns have?
Enough.
3
Wait,
fingers and a thumb.
Cool.
Oh my god, it's like 3 natural ones. What the fuck?
I should ask, first. Okay, so is anybody else gonna do anything tonight?
Nope.
I experimented with Erin and that did not go so well.
Well, yeah, I'm talking like anything else for the remainder of
Veldrin technically isn't going to do anything, but I'm just going to let Michael know. Veldrin's going to change his sleep schedule tonight. He's going to sleep in the first half of the night. Instead of the second.
Yeah, he learned his lesson.
He's taking
Yeah, I think so.
Your lesson taking pleases him.
It does indeed. I think Michael likes that one. But yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. So when Vico is going snoozy snooze, he wakes up in the mindscape, but it's slightly less barren this time. There's a chair.
There's a chair. Yeah.
There's a chair. There's a few,
Bezos is really spicing it up.
a few books scattered around, and Vezaz is sitting in the chair. He's reading a book.
Does he like his chair?
So you're finally back, huh? What brought you here this time? I never chose to come here. It just kind of happened. But room, place. This is my mind, right? Yes, it is. You've given me a lot of space to work with it being so empty up here. But that's besides the point. I overheard you discussing with your little patriot. You're finally opening up about the reality of the world. Proud wouldn't be the word I'd use, but happy. Not an emotion I feel a lot nowadays. I'm in a really good mood, actually. Yeah. Especially after, what was it, a couple nights back when we had that vision. Oh, that's right. You don't remember that, do you? Sort of. Not a whole lot. What exactly happened? Oh, well, we saw good old Pa, and he was a contest for usual. So, he suggested that you and I coexist, and I figured that might not be a very bad idea. Share a body with you? No, forget it. Bad enough I have to share this place with you. No, I'm not sharing my body with you. Not after every time you've taken me over and have attempted to do something without my consent, without my permission. Do you understand the risk that you put my friend at? You tried to kill the only person that I've had to call a friend in my entire life. The only person who's truly leveled with me. And you tried to kill him. Hi, Haas.
Bruise comes into your.
No, not Bruise. Haas. Just like
Hoss.
Yeah,
Goes up in
Hoss
the
just
mind
appears.
Banana hanging out of his mouth.
Dude, Haas walked into the mindscape. Just
What?
like,
Everybody was silent for like 5
Bezos
minutes.
needed a roommate.
Dude, yeah.
So you,
Daniel's been talking this entire time.
Could you not hear?
I cannot
Yeah.
hear him.
Daniel's been talking the whole time.
I cannot hear him.
You might want to just turn me up then. Anyways,
He said you should turn him up.
Daniel, speak. Okay, I think I can figure it out now.
you think that's you think, yeah.
There we go.
Well, where was I?
Before I said hello.
Coexistence, killing friends. Shit, I forgot where I was. Alright, time to go,
You just said you'd. Oh my god. You're just like, why can I coexist with you? You're being a freaking big dickhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's where I was. I couldn't remember exactly where in the conversation.
Do you have like a script written out? It's like, oh, I lost my place in the
I
script.
don't have a script written out. That's part of the problem. Anyways, no, absolutely no, on no grounds. And he said I was a dick. Listen, we really sort this kerfluffle out. Don't laugh at my word choice.
Bezos just said kerfuffle.
Yes,
Nice.
He did. Need to come to some form of an agreement. I won't take over your body without permission, and you won't try and kill yourself when I am in control of your body. Solid terms of agreement, yeah. No. Again, no circumstances am I letting you take back over. Again, you tried to kill Erin. What? Because he told you to go to sleep and then threatened you because you were getting all how to put it? You were getting very menacing with him, and he nutted up. And
What?
Yeah. I like how Daniel just completely dropped the accent.
I know, and I realized that, and I was about to start talking in the accent again before I stopped. I'm gonna cut this short. Vico wakes up.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay. Is Erin watching over Vico still, or is he at this point comfortable with?
No, he's definitely watching over Vico.
Got it. So, Erin, Vico wakes up.
Are you alright? Is this Bezos?
No, it's
Okay.
he. He's decorated my mindscape, as he likes to call it.
Oh, did he add a chair?
How did you know?
Well, you see, if I were decorating an interior mindscape, the first thing I would do is add some place to sit.
You also had a lot of books there. Kind of reminded me of something that you'd have. Shit ton of books.
What did he say to you?
He said we needed to come to some form of an agreement. That when I had that really deluded dream the other night when I was, not coherent, he said he saw a vision of Lione who told him he needs to stop being such a quote-unquote asshole to everybody. So he attempted to come to some sort of terms and agreements with me, but I was not giving him any leeway. He tried to kill you before I tried to kill myself.
Well, if the wolf has stopped biting for a bit, it might be a good time to try to domesticate it. Just give it some thought. I would rather you be at peace with yourself than hold on to any grudges you may have on my behalf.
Yes, I really should. Either find some way to force him out, or finally live with the fact that he's going to be with me for the foreseeable future.
Well, as far as I can see, we don't have much of a way of getting him out, and if he has proposed in all earnestness to make a truce of some sort, then that seems like a fine opportunity, in my opinion.
Yes, you're right.
Just give it some more thought.
Shall.
And go back to bed.
And Vico goes back to sleep.
Tadriel's very aggressively grunting during his intense training.
Ew.
Ew.
Audible to all.
That's nice.
Yes, Tadriel's grunts.
Ben, I just checked the Heart Discord chat, and all I could think of with your message was, "I'm going to eat her."
What?
Going to eat her. It's okay, we have enough food to survive on this island for a couple of days. I'm going to eat her.
What is this a reference to?
Oh, it's a Gianni Matrigano video. Don't mind me.
Alright, so...
Yep.
David.
Mm-hmm.
Nero. At what point does she return?
The morning.
Hey.
A little before sunrise.
Okay, so... The Insomniacs, Erin, Fear, and actually Veldrin this time because he tranced early.
Yay! I get to do stuff.
Before everyone's actually awake, y'all see. I guess y'all didn't realize she wasn't in her tent, but Nero comes walking back from somewhere.
Good morning,
Where?
Nero.
Come back from a night on the town.
As she arrives, you notice that she has like bags on her eyes, and her red is like, and her eyes are bloodshot.
What'd I say?
Where have you been?
She's
Nero?
kind of swaying.
hammered.
She doesn't. She keeps walking. She keeps walking to you guys, and she doesn't really acknowledge what you guys say until she gets up close.
Honestly, this is seeming kind of
Nero.
dangerous. I'm gonna stay a little bit away, just in case she goes feral.
Dude, I'm telling you, anti-orb league unite.
And then when she gets up,
Okay,
then when she gets up to Tadriel, she falls to her knees.
He's asleep.
I'm not
Tadriel?
indisposed. I've been decided.
Oh wait, I forgot. Tadriel's training the entire night.
Yeah. Come on, Mike.
Nero, what are you doing?
She
Please
says
don't.
something, but it's very quiet.
Being a woman, that's what she's doing.
Ew.
Wow.
Tadriel grabs her by the shoulders and tries to lift her up. Is there something wrong? What's going on with you?
When you're that close, you did it.
Did what?
Tears start coming out her eyes as she looks up to
Nero.
you.
What are you?
I killed Doe.
Hey.
What? Are you? Do you?
Tadriel just kills me.
Man, that'd make some people very happy.
Really hurt me to put these two
Does
in her
one
head.
person count as some?
What are you talking
There are
about?
multiple people that would
Nero, what
appease.
are you talking about? I don't know. What do you
Did it?
mean?
I got the reference, by the way.
I'm Uriel.
What? Nani?
I think you may just misunderstand.
No. No, I know. I know.
No, you will die.
Nah, you will.
We'll pick up this
I'm sorry.
conversation next time. I think this is a good stopping point.
What the
Shortest session we've had in a
That
while.
is a phenomenal
Fuck
stopping point. Holy
you.
Yeah, that is a good stopping point.
Because that's why I said, okay, we're gonna end the session there. Because I was
What a
actually thinking, like,
cliffhanger.
how am I going to end this session good? And then Nero did it for me. So
You're welcome, God.
What is this cliffhanger?
What the hell, guys? It's not even 12 o'clock yet.
This is okay. Wait, I'm the one that's supposed to be able to metagame this, and I didn't even see this coming.
Yeah, 'cause
I've been holding that for a long time.
yeah, Tyler knows a bit of the history because before, like, originally he wasn't going to be in the campaign, and I was telling him a lot of the lore stuff as I was writing it.
So I basically know the plot of this campaign, but I hold out on purpose because I want y'all to experience it because I think it's gonna be phenomenal, especially with how we're playing it so far. So I'm gonna hold out on everything. I mean, yeah.
I don't know, it's been pretty garbage. I'm giving it like a
Oh,
2-star.
Now you know why I've been holding out on you.
Oh, god
Because
damn it.
if you would have asked questions, you would have found out.
Veldrin in his head right now. I knew it.
That's why I didn't like that. That's why when I told you that the name was Uriel, and then you went and told David that the name was Uriel, I was like,
yeah, that's why I was like, oh shit. That's the name I came up with. You see.
Michael, you wanna do an outro?
Okay.
But
so that was so we're getting into some pretty deep lore now. We'll see where this goes next time on Dragon Ball Peaceful Heart.